feature presentation.
This is Ed McMahon. And now, here's Andrew.
Andrew Z. Call out that Andrew Z. I said Andrew Z. In the morning, it's time to wake up. Andrew Z. In the morning, yeah. Come on.
Good morning. Welcome, everybody, to the show. It is Wednesday, February 24th, 2021, in the year of our Lord. We're going to have a busy show today. Eastside, Southside, Gina, Demetrius Nicodemus. What's with those eyes? Bug eyes. Donny P.
What
up? Chris Tiefel.
Why do I got to be last?
Producer Georgia.
Andrew's back.
It's all random.
Andrew's back is back.
In the morning.
Woo!
I don't know. I kind of like Dee's rendition of your intro song better yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I don't even want to know.
You weren't even listening?
See, here's what happens, Andrew. When I'm not able to be on the show, I watch you guys later on in the day to check it out, see what you guys did. You don't even do that, and your whole name is on the show.
I don't watch my, even when I'm on it, I can't relate. Like I can't listen to. Just two things.
You were on it
when I'm on it, and I can't listen to it when I'm not on it. Like I feel like I'm missing. It's really weird. I don't know. I don't listen to my own stuff. I can't. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Good.
get it. Yeah.
I really can't.
I don't listen to it when I'm on it because I was there.
Yeah, I get the not listening to it while you're on it. There's a lot of actors and actresses and stuff that don't watch their own stuff.
Right.
But when you're not on the show,
I can't. I feel like I don't want to judge anybody. I feel like they're doing a great job. I don't want to. I don't know. I can't get a weird feeling. I can't.
But you're okay with judging us while you're here.
that was like low key saying, I don't want to hear how bad it sucks when I'm not there.
For sure.
No, not at all. I promise it's not it.
Anyway, I knew it was going to be a clusterfuck. I couldn't deal.
It wasn't at all. It was fine. Demetrius, we have two seasoned pros, and Demetrius took the reins. There was nothing wrong with the show when Andrew wasn't here.
I didn't think
I can and tell me if I'm wrong, Andrew, because this is how, like, when I'm not feeling well or when I know I'm not 100%, and I gotta miss a show, like missing a show hurts. It literally hurts. Yes. And so you don't want to listen to your friends having fun,
right?
And you don't.
That
like,
actually makes sense.
Like you want to be in the mix. You want to be exchanging those verbal barbs with people, and you don't. And it's like driving. It's like having your mom drive by your best friend's house during his birthday party that you're not allowed to go to.
Right. It would be like everybody being at let's say everyone's at the bar and you've got COVID and can't go to the bar. You don't want to Skype into the party.
Yeah. Right.
You want to ignore the whole thing.
Show me all the drinks that are on the bar. Show it to me. Oh, I love it. Guys, I have a joke, guys. Hey, slide the phone down the bar so I can talk to that girl with the lazy eye. Come on.
I do find myself though, like when I'm watching it, I'll start like talking to you guys and like, wait a minute, I'm not there.
Right. Oh my God, so funny. It's funny. I was anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Give me a couple days. Saturday night, I don't know. Like I've had this nagging pain in my back for like 2 months. No big deal.
Call the wife.
I've had that for 7 years. But this nagging pain in my lower right back, and it took a couple months. It's just been annoying. It hasn't really stopped me, but I try to rub it out or whatever. I feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Try to rub
that
it
didn't
out.
work.
We're like 14.
You're working on the wrong side of your body. You need to be working on the other side.
It's all connected, D. It's all connected.
Trying to pull the pain out the front.
Funny thing about my back, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Funny thing about my back is it's located on my. Never mind.
And so, but Saturday night it just was unbearable to where like I couldn't lay down, I couldn't stand up, I couldn't walk, I couldn't. I ended up in the middle of the night. I just woke up in the middle of from dead sleep, just screaming and then I couldn't walk downstairs. Like we're debating calling an ambulance, but luckily because my big ass, if I fell, ain't no one here gonna be able to pick me up. And so,
have you ever heard of lordosis?
No, what is
you ever
that?
heard of lordosis?
Is that Lord Voldemort's lesser known cousin?
Yes.
It's like there's a lot of different treatments for back pain, and one of them is like stretching to help like get the curvature back into your lower back. And Ashley gave me this book like almost 10 years ago, and once a year I'd throw my back out where I can't walk, I can't get up, I can't stand up. She gave me this book and it taught me these stretches to help get the curvature back. And my back still goes out and it's still kind of, I have back pain, but with these tools, with these stretches, I'm able to like actually overcome it. So it's something that I'll have to look at. I don't have the book anymore, but I'll see if I can find it now.
Yeah,
everyone 10 years ago when you were like knee deep in your young sex life, that she gives you a book about stretching your back.
Donnie,
usually no, like it's
Donnie, you better keep up.
I know.
No, it's
Stop right.
Normally now when if I have a really bad back like moment, it's because of that. Like literally I can barely hang.
Oh, hey, check out. We just got a morning from Fresh News 24/7. I don't know what that is, but it sounds really important.
It does sound good. It does.
The news is fresh.
Hello, Fresh News 24/7. Anyway, so I went to the doctor. He gave me a shot in my ass, which did not feel good at all.
Yeah, for somebody you have very little like fleshiness in your ass cheek area. You are like it seems like your ass just like looks at the rest of you and goes, "What the fuck, body? What about me?"
It's
like,
I'm doing my part.
Yeah,
he's built like a blow pop. You guys don't the legs go straight into the round part. It's just straight in.
There's nothing worse than having a flat ass.
I know, dude. It's almost
His is an innie. It's not even flat.
Everybody else worries about overeating, like, oh, that'll go straight to my thighs, that'll go straight to my ass, and it's like nothing gets past your stomach.
No,
Andrew's ass is like Toledo road construction, closed. It's just, nothing comes down that way. Fat was just like, hey, we can't. There's nothing but orange barrels down here past the waistline.
You know how bees are like not their wings are too small for them to technically fly, but they still do. Andrew's a walking miracle because his legs are too small to support the rest of him, and they do. It's a miracle.
Your ass is
at least you can still wear. At least you can still wear size 34 jeans.
Yeah.
No, because his waist is like a 52, so he's got like 52, and his legs are just swimming in the pants.
How does your ass maintain a seat? Like, how can it? Like, how do you not just slide right out of a chair?
He sits on his back. That's why his back hurts, D.
Oh, I missed it, man. I'm so glad I got up.
Sir, are you a backsetter?
I told you guys the other day I felt bad, and I talked to him, and I didn't make fun of him, and he didn't believe that I didn't have any jokes because I felt so bad for him. So I'm making up for it today.
That's how Andrew knows you think he's going to die.
Yeah,
is when you have the conversation and you've insulted him not once.
So yeah, I just got a shot in my ass, and then went and saw a chiropractor, and just been trying to work. Like they said, good. I mean, he didn't do a whole lot, but he just kind of stretches are a big thing. They said, which I didn't know. You got to stress. You got to stretch rather. Continue.
I was gonna say if stressing helps, I'm good. My back will never hurt.
Stretch.
Didn't we learn the importance of stretching in middle school?
I know, and then I worry about this. Then I go to the chiropractor. and they're like, "Hey, did the doctor tell you your back's kind of got some stuff going on?" And I'm like,
boobs. They have boobs going on.
And they're like, "What do you mean?" And they said, "Do you have arthritis like down the bottom of your spine where it hurts?" I'm like, "Oh man!" And that's like not reversible. You just have to do pain management or whatever.
Well, yeah, but I mean, guys our age, that's just like a thing. That's a thing.
I've been trying to tell you.
That's just like, yeah, that's okay. Don't let that be like what you focus on.
Yeah,
I would not let a guy who went to medical school for 6 weeks tell me about arthritis in my back
after reading X-rays.
Yeah, like hold on, buddy.
I think they were yours.
Did your doctor tell you? Well, no, my doctor didn't tell me. So I'm not going to take it from you or the ice cream truck guy.
I'm not taking any cred from the chiropractors. Yes, they 100% know what they're talking about. What I'm saying is, yes, you have arthritis. I have it. D, I'm sure, has it somewhere. It's just we're getting there, man. And that's just something that it's another thing that we have to deal with every day, like putting our shoes on. You know what I mean? It's like,
Donny,
don't let it bring you down, is what I was trying to say.
Donny, I trust your diagnosis more than I would trust a guy who asked me if I had been to the medical doctor because he's hedging his bets. He's like, hopefully he says no. So I can tell this dude he's got arthritis in his back. Like if you would have been like, yeah, my doctor and I talked extensively about the x-rays of my back, he would have been like, oh fuck. Okay, then you want a lollipop?
But see, then I was thinking, okay, but he owns the guy that owns the chiropractor clinic. I'm like, that guy versus the overnight guy at St. Luke's on a Saturday. I'm like, I think I trust the chiropractor.
Yeah, but the overnight guy at St. Luke's on a Saturday is a resident who's he's a doctor.
A masseuse isn't a doctor either, but they know the muscles. They know what they're doing.
Chiropractors, they know what they're talking about.
But first of all, I'm not taking a diagnosis from a masseuse either. Look,
if they tell you something's wrong with your muscle, you will.
But I know something's wrong with my muscle. You're not diagnosing
the masseuse in the
Yeah,
first place.
My back hurts, and I need a happy ending. That's why I'm here. I don't need your medical opinion, Chuang Lee. Just do what I asked you. And make my penis look huge with your tiny hands.
Yes, there aren't enough masseuses. Like I would think that an easy way to build business is you have to include the happy endings. I mean, that's a business booster.
Okay,
if you're gonna do massages, I mean that's got to be included. That's an automatic.
I say that's in every business. Yeah. You need to include if you go to a restaurant and your dessert doesn't spit cream in your face, you should ask for that dessert for free. If you get an insurance policy and nobody offers to show you how to properly reach around and not hurt yourself, you should get a half off policy. That is how that works. Happy endings for everybody. The mail, everything. Oh, look, your electric bill's here.
Dude, that would take forever to deliver the mail.
Those poor mailmen. Neither rain nor sleet nor jerk off. I can't even think of what.
I didn't say it had to be comfortable. They could still leave those huge mittens on.
Why am I here?
And it's sad because at least for men, that every business needs to have an happy ending if you want to attract men. I don't think women are feel the same way, but guys definitely feel that way.
Oh, women have a different happy ending, and that is like if you have to just walk into their house and fold an unfolded basket of laundry and then leave.
Yes, or cook dinner. Or you know what would be my happy ending? Wake up and say, you know what I want for dinner today? Blah, blah, blah. And then go cook it. That would be amazing. That's my happy ending.
Oh my God. Okay, so
it's a happy beginning.
But
whatever.
Andrew,
ending, beginning, same.
If arthritis is the worst thing think about all the things given your particular largesse that you've avoided, that you have avoided to date. If arthritis is the worst thing, I mean,
he's only 50. Tiefel, give him some time. Give him some time.
I haven't
Jesus
had
Christ,
any.
Chris.
I haven't had any medical issues. That's why.
I mean, he claims he doesn't have high blood pressure. He claims he doesn't have diabetes. He claims he doesn't have the cholesterol.
No,
all this stuff. So, I mean, if arthritis is the worst thing that comes out of his largesse, that's pretty good.
Chris, and I will say this is reason number 62. Why you will never work in hospice is to lean over somebody and go, well, bro, out of all the things that could have got you, at least you got cancer. Have a good day.
I'm not going to do that in hospice. They're already dying. I'm not an asshole.
You literally just looked at him and went, man, out of all the things, be thankful you only got back arthritis. You could have diabetes. You could be missing a foot.
He's not dying.
It's crazy.
It's not like, I'm not looking at a dying man in a hospital bed going, well, at least it's this. I mean, that's not even. He's not dying. He has arthritis.
I mean, if you'd have talked to him the other day,
he
was dying.
It was bad. Well, and then the medication because it was Vicodin and some other stuff, so it was like really making me
left over.
Well, it's terrifying too. It's terrifying when you feel like I can't move. Will this ever go away? Will I be able to stand up ever again? Like, it's very scary. So I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna find this book and get it to you because it'll give you some tools that'll. I'm not saying you will never get that pain again,
right?
But when you do, you'll feel like you have a battle to win.
The chiropractor did say, I mean, if you do some stretching, it'll work wonders. So I totally.
You know how shitty like it is now that like remember in gym class they only stressed like the point of you being fit. Like they were like, you know what, you got to lift weights, you got to run. They never told us how important stretching would be when you were in your mid to late 40s. They never said shit about that. It wasn't until like you pulled a muscle, like no way, like trying to lift a coffee cup or something, that you were like, oh man, I should stretch. Like, and you're like, I shouldn't be immobilized because I sneezed.
It's just, when do we have to just stretch for 10 minutes? Like we're already overcommitted. You know what I mean? Like when are you going 10 minutes just to oh yeah, here we go. Oh man,
You're not, because here's the thing. You barely got the motivation to work out. So you're not going to extend that time to stretch beforehand. You're like, let's just get this over with.
And then they want you to do a cool down. I don't have time for that.
Yeah. I'll cool down when I walk outside. How about you leave me the fuck alone?
You just got to make the stretching part of your foreplay. Just kind of get it in there.
Like you would know.
Like, oh, shut up. You don't know my life.
It's not a joke.
Yeah.
Not a joke, Chris. That's a real life.
How he ties up those women in the basement. They're stretching.
I saw a Facebook
you got to
post
switch positions every now and then.
Good.
I saw a Facebook post yesterday. Cliff Milliman, he's a local musician, one of my faves, and he said, "I'm no longer identifying my age with a number, but rather by which part of my body is hurting and what activities caused it. How old am I? My back is debilitated because I did laundry yesterday." That's so true. So true. You guys want to know how old I am? I got news the other day. It was awful. Oh my God. I'm so sad, you guys. I have to get fucking bifocals. I'm so sad. You have no idea.
You might as well
the eye doctor told me that.
You might as well stop dyeing your hair and go full Mrs. Claus.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I have bifocals.
Okay, I'm a lot younger than you.
Gina, I'm gonna need you to slide your glasses down your nose a little bit, just like
how did you
there you
feel
go.
When
There you go.
Do the show like that.
D, how did you feel when you got them?
Well, this is how they broke it to me. They were like, and literally, I think he went to Chris Tiefel's School of Comforting. He said to me, he goes, "Well, you don't got glaucoma." And I went, well, that's awesome because I've done a lot to battle it throughout my life. And then he goes, "But you are going to need bifocals." And I went like bifocals, like the things that Ben Franklin invented. And he said, "Wow, most people don't know that fact. You definitely need bifocals." And then So he goes, this is what he said to come from me. He goes, well, now they've come so far in technology that you don't even see the line in them. Right. So they're invisible until you look down and shit jumps out at you.
You have to go like this to read.
Dude, first of all, it takes
and my nostrils are 2 different sizes, and like that's not a fun fact everyone knows until I start reading things in front of people. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god, do that again.
Until you're in a threesome and 2 dudes with 2 different sized penises try to nasal fuck you.
Hey, can you guys switch sides?
If someone can nasal fuck me, they need to get out of my bed because that shit's not doing anything for me.
My nostrils too big. Can we switch?
Gina, when you leaned back, we saw your memories.
By the way, Demetrius, how I have a question. You said you've battled glaucoma. You've taken steps to battle glaucoma your whole life. What steps do you take to battle glaucoma?
Really? What?
All I'm saying is that I have been on a preventive medicine for years.
Right.
I don't understand.
It's okay. Just let that go, Andrew.
I remember. I don't know if you remember, D, if it was before or while you were part of the show, but I had to get, when I was like 30 something, I had to get what do you call it? LASIK eye surgery. Because I had
no, you didn't have to. You chose to get LASIK. You paid thousands for that.
What was it? No, I can't remember what I had. What did I have in my eye? Only one eye. What was it?
Astigmatism?
No.
Yeah.
No. No, it was worse than that. It was
LASIK surgery takes care of astigmatisms.
When you get old and you start getting stuff over your eye. What is it called?
It's called glaucoma.
Cataract. I had a cataract. They're like,
okay. So you didn't have LASIK. You had.
They were like, I've never seen a 30-year-old have cataract, but only in one eye.
And then you leaned over and said, but I saw a chiropractor today, and he told me I have the lower back of a 20-year-old man.
I know. I don't understand. But I remember having to get a cataract surgery when I was like 30, and I was like, Jesus, no one could figure out why. They're like, unless you must have some sort of trauma that you hit yourself in the head when you were younger that manifested, because it shouldn't have happened.
You didn't hit yourself. Somebody hit you, and you deserved it.
Probably. So speaking of young, I was perusing Facebook today, and someone said, I remember a day when my parents would just give us money and drop us off at the skating rink, and he was laughing.
I still do that with my kids. Like, I don't know why that was a thing. I saw a couple people post that, and I'm like, before COVID, I was dropping my kids off at the skating rink with their friends and giving them money. They have phones.
Because nowadays people have an unrealistic idea of stranger danger. And so they think you're a horrible parent. They think you're a horrible parent if you leave your kids alone for more than 5 minutes.
I know.
I've been giving my kids money and just dropping them off. Not even at a destination. But my mistake is
they keep finding their way back home.
My mistake is evidently I'm giving them enough money to get back home.
No, you know what? The problem is now, D. Google, they've studied Google Maps, so they know how to get home from everything, and they have GPSs now. You gotta like take their phones. You got like survival skills. Drop them off in the wilderness with a backpack and a canteen. And
Kara goes over our address with the little one like every day. She's like, "What's our address?" And then he says it, and then when she leaves, I try to change it by one number.
I remember, but
just so he's on the same block so we could see it.
First off, a couple things I have to apologize. We have so many great comments. There's so many, but we've been talking so much I can't even get to them. But thank you guys. I'm reading them all. They're great. The second thing was, but I remember at 10, 11, 12, my mom would drop us off at Disneyland. She would give us $20, and at 10 years old, drop us off at Disneyland at 8 in the morning when they opened, and she'd pick us up.
And it was gone by 10.
She'd pick us up at midnight. No, 20 lasted us all day at that time. But
it was like 1946.
That's right. That's right. Sodas were a nickel.
She
It was the equivalent of $1,000 in the 40s. My mother had to bootleg alcohol for an entire week to get me Disneyland money. I remember she once made a delivery to the Duke Boys in Hazard County and had to sing a song to get out.
My point is,
that was the fine, wasn't it?
I don't know if I could.
Hello, D. Spoiler alert. You need to say spoiler alert before you do that.
Well, that's like every episode. That's a spoiler alert for every goddamn episode. Willie Nelson just randomly shows up in this backwoods county.
It must have been at like a hub, like where everybody had to travel through.
Where everybody picks up their drugs and fucking moonshine.
Yes, Natasha, talking about food because I have to ask Andrew a question.
Oh, food.
You got $20. You're at Disney World or Disneyland. I mean, I know there's some things that you're like, you definitely have to save the cash for. Like, what are some things that you bought every time?
The frozen banana, because it was a frozen banana. They would dip it in chocolate and then roll it in nuts. Oh man, that was the shit.
Yeah. And that was and then all of a sudden now you're talking about being gay as a choice. Really? For real? Like honestly, that's exactly how I find out about like my kids. When it's almost like finding the Buddha. I lay out a frozen banana and some Jell-O and a bowl of mac and cheese. And then whatever he makes a noise with or grabs at first, if it's mac and cheese, I know he's straight. Because nobody likes that sound.
I remember my buddy Steven. My buddy Steven, when we go to Disney when I was a kid, he would throat that thing. And later on, I did find out. I'm like, Steven, the way you work with that frozen banana is
you know you're supposed to chew those, right?
Yeah, you don't have to get all the flavors.
I like the nuts to get to my stomach whole.
Oh God! But
I can't with you guys today.
But I do remember like 10, 11 just being dropped off at an amusement park all day long. All like I'm trying to think if I could drop my 11-year-old off now at like Cedar Point and just leave him there all day and all night.
Your mom was a little bit pissed off every time she came to pick you up and you were still there.
See, I wouldn't drop an 11-year-old off just because I feel like 11 isn't old enough to make good choices. It doesn't have anything to do with stranger danger. It's because 11-year-olds are stupid. Like, I promise you did really stupid shit when you were at Disneyland.
But absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, we used to spit off the high baskets, which was terrible. We used to
nobody knows what that means.
they have a Cedar Point.
Yeah, there was no word on that made any sense.
Spit off the high basket.
Those big sky lifts, the chairs.
Yeah, so to see if we can.
Are you talking about the teacup ride?
No, in the air.
The big gondola like thing.
Yes, you went off of it, like you hung off of it.
No. We would spin out to try to get people to get spit into.
I thought you said spin.
Yeah,
same here. I thought he said spin.
Okay,
no.
Spit into people's pockets. Try to get into their pockets that were on the ground.
Andrew was like 150 pounds at 10. He wasn't spinning anywhere. But he would try to spit into a guy's pocket. Like, first of all, I don't know which one of you was like, who looked at each other and was like, you know what? One of us is a math whiz. Let's see if we can spit into people's pockets.
Yeah.
It's the worst. But what we have done is if we get a hotel at Cedar Point, we will let the kids go to the park by themselves and then just come back to the hotel room. But I don't think I would drop them off and just drive off for an hour away, which is what we were, and then just leave them there. I don't see that happening now. I don't know, but back in the day, everyone.
I don't know. The Amish did it. The one time I ever went to Cedar Point was Amish Day, and it was just a bunch of Amish kids, like just waiting in line.
I
met Michael Jackson at Disneyland, which was crazy.
Really? Because we called that a recruiting session.
That's because he knew everybody dropped their kids off and left.
Yeah.
How you doing? I know you got $20 in your pocket. Would you like to meet a monkey for free?
You think this park is fun?
I went to.
I got lower back pain that I need you to pull out from the front.
So we get off the monorail. I get off the monorail and I'm walking down the steps to go down the ground. And Michael Jackson is walking up the monorail, and he's only got one bodyguard and like 5 or 6 kids with him. Which is the time.
They were really midget bodyguards. They weren't kids at all.
When Michael Jackson brings his own kids,
yes.
That's how you know all the other kids are safe.
They weren't his kids, though. It was just random kids.
Of course they weren't.
Which we didn't think it was weird. We didn't think it was weird at the time. We didn't know what we know now. So then I said, Michael Jackson. He's like, yeah. And then I shook his hand. And he was like, ow.
like his hand or his rhinestone hand?
No, he didn't have his glove on. He was like, he didn't have his glove on. And I shook his hand, and it was weird because I still remember to this day. It was very skeletonly, like he was very, very frail and bonely, and
bonely.
Bony.
It's like being
like his ass.
It's like being ugly and skinny at the same time. You are so bonely,
and it was ashy, almost as if like he wore the glove without moisturizer or something, because his hand was very scaly. It was very scaly and very skeletonly. But I shook his hand. He gave me his autograph, and I kept that in my wallet forever. And then I lost my fucking wallet, and I don't have my Michael Jackson autograph. But I actually had a chance to meet him at Disneyland.
What did he sign?
It was a random piece of paper that I found.
It was his chest.
I'm like, Michael, he signed my ding.
Could you sign my left nostril? This is the nostril I have sex in.
This is my sex nostril.
Okay. That's enough.
So anyway, it's past 7:00. Thank you guys so much for listening. We do appreciate it. Thanks for all your comments and all your input and all that, and making sure you're hitting the like button, hitting the love button, hitting the huggy button.
Always make sure you hit the love button. It's very important.
Very important. And then share it.
A lot of computers won't tell you when you're close to it, but you just got to keep pounding it until you find it. The keyboard will let you know when you found the right button. You just got to be patient and hit the J a couple of times.
Okay, so but we have a special guest in line. I'm super excited about the guy. Here's why I know he's got a good vibe, because I can watch him in the waiting room and I can see him laughing. So I know he's got a good vibe, which I love guests with a good vibe. And I could intro him, but I don't want to intro him. I want to play his video, because there's no better intro than his own video. So here he is. This is a TikTok extraordinaire, Chris Drake. Hopefully we get the audio. Go ahead, play this video. It's so funny.
Tell me you need a reality show without telling me you need a reality show.
I'm an autistic gay liberal from Chicago who had to move to Mississippi to take over the family business after my dad died, which is a small Italian restaurant that we won Best in the State 2 years in a row after I took over. I have a bisexual pizza chef who's even more autistic. I have a suicidal porn star hostess who's an atheist and in a poly relationship with the Hindu dishwasher who lives in a hotel with his wife and 2 kids. I have a drag queen waiter. I have a raging alcoholic sister as a waitress. I have another waitress who's a hot blonde with fainting goat syndrome. We're surrounded by Trump supporters who just can't give up on the dream, and 80% of us have an unhealthy obsession with anime. I'll be expecting your call within the hour.
Tell me you need.
I love it. I love him.
I'd watch.
I would definitely watch that.
I watched just that TikTok like 7 times.
Me too.
Sounds like he's got like all of Netflix under one roof. It is.
We need to subscribe to Chris Drake.
Yeah.
$9.99 a month just for that.
I'm in.
Chris is on live with us. Chris, good morning, sir. How are you? Oh wait, we have another video.
Sorry,
stay there, Chris. We got another video. Go ahead, play the other video. I want to see the other one.
Oh, you guys, this is for the people at home. You won't be able to, or for the people listening on the podcast, you won't be able to hear it. So or see it. I mean, so it's it's just music for them, just so you know.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
Okay,
play it, Chris.
Great, Chris.
Good.
Great.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to Chris now. Let's just talk to him.
Look, there's a chef. All right. Let's go to Chris. Anyway, Chris, hello. Good morning. How are you?
Hey guys, good morning. Thanks for having me. I'm great.
Oh, you dude, I love it. Now, what made you decide to say I'm just going to live my life on TikTok and I'm going to throw it all out there and see what happens?
I mean, there's not even any kind of like rhyme or reason to it. Like I was just scrolling and I came across the video of that producer lady talking about, why does your life need a reality show? And it just kind of happened on a whim. Like I was just shooting off the cuff and just started listing off everybody that I work with, and just blurted it out there. And usually my videos always got like 100 views, so I didn't expect anybody to actually see it. And then everything kind of changed.
Did she get a hold of you?
She commented just like, "Wow, you got a real cast of characters there," and then left it at that.
Yeah.
A failure in her job, not seeing.
Yeah, come on.
So
let's get.
I gotta, Chris.
Tons of people have tagged her again.
I bet. Go
Chris,
ahead.
So I have a question. Out of all the people that you listed off, who was most upset about how you described them?
Yeah, good point.
Actually, none of them. Like, what
not even your sister.
I posted it and like no. And I haven't shown my sister in any other videos just because like I do feel a little bit bad kind of describing her that way. So I didn't put her in like the intro video just because I don't want like that to be her main descriptor like to the nation. But I posted it and I felt guilty actually the rest of the day, and then it hadn't garnished any views or anything. So I went to work the next morning and I kind of went in expecting everyone to just mean mug me as soon as I got to work.
Right. And
when Emily came in, she was the first person that I saw that day, and I just kind of like looked at her like, she's like, what? Like, are you guys mad or anything? And she's like, no, it's not like you lied in that video at all. If you want me to take it down, I will.
I just have to ask, did you have to write all that down and read it off, or was that just off the top of your head?
No, it was just all off the top of my head.
Wow.
Oh my! That is how deep in it Chris is living.
Right.
That is like he doesn't have to make bullet points. He's like, oh, here it is.
Hey, I gotta say,
yep, it was it. Like I just blurted it all out.
My favorite one is the hot blonde that was the GOAT at one time, and I always wonder this about. There are women out there. I don't want to be mean, but there are beautiful women out there. But time catches up to everyone, and there's no doubt that when it comes to a beautiful woman, your life is a lot easier than someone like Gina. I mean, that's just facts. And then so as you go through life. What I say?
Listen back, boobs.
That was.
I just want you to know.
What?
If you shave your goatee, Andrew, and put a wig on, you look like Gina.
Excuse me, D.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. That did not.
Who are you sticking up for?
That was not the defense I was trying to work with. My bad. I am so sorry, Gina.
Okay, so I got to get to my point. I don't know. You guys derailed somehow. I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
your point is that Gina was ugly.
No. My point is, hot girls have life easier, and as they go through and get older, because time catches up with everyone. I wonder how devastating it is when you don't get what you've always gotten.
Gina's had so many struggles.
Andrew, he said that she suffers from fainting goat syndrome. Fainting goat, not she. Not that she is the goat.
Oh,
she when she gets in a stressful situation, she just passes out.
Hey, Andrew, I may not be the best looking in the world, but I'm not a fucking idiot. So at least I have that going on. You are a moron.
Well, you might want to go get a hearing test, Andrew.
How was he said hot blonde fading goat? I thought he said fading.
Hot blonde with fainting goat syndrome.
All right. Well, Then I
First
apologize.
of all, that would probably be the meanest thing that you could probably say to any woman is that you used to be like your hotness is fading fast.
It happens to everybody, though.
It happened to you at like 6 months.
All right, go ahead, Chris.
Tell that to Tiffany Amber Thiessen. She's aged like a fine wine. What are you talking about? It happens to everyone.
It is true.
First of all, there's something seriously wrong with her, and we all know it.
Okay.
Anyway,
the point being, so she just faints. What when she gets upset, or what? What happens? How does she faint?
If she gets startled bad enough, she'll faint.
Does she literally faint? Does she literally faint, or does she just freeze?
No, she
falls over.
Like,
oh wow.
Yeah, like it has to be really bad, you know. So all of us spend pretty much every day scaring the crap out of Tiffany as much as possible.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. If you do it all the time.
So you know that she's got this thing,
I'm
and you just try to trigger it
right now.
There's two types.
Much, yeah.
There's two types of people, and this is why you fit right in with us, Chris. The first type of people is everyone around her protects her, says, please don't startle her. You know, something's gonna, you know, she could faint or whatever. And the other one's like, we got always try to scare the shit out of her so that we can watch her faint.
That's like if she was epileptic and you just started going around with flashing lights.
No,
we're terrible.
No, because I mean, honestly, she'd know as soon as she walked into a room, you see it, and you're like, all of a sudden, why are all these pillows on the ground? Oh, hold on, somebody's about to pop out of somewhere.
That's pretty much how I kind of feel bad for her.
And you, especially working at a restaurant, you know, there's a lot of surprise parties, you know, where they're bringing people in. It's like, you can't work that room.
Like that, for her first response when the video started going viral was like, just not even like, oh wow, that's neat, or she didn't get mad. She was just like, oh great, now everyone that comes in is gonna try and fucking scare me.
I mean, I would totally, yes.
Yeah. You should offer a promotion. Make my sister faint, get half off.
Free dessert.
That's not the sister.
Yeah.
Neither one of you guys.
Listen, nobody. I watched this video so many times. I have this down. Like I can tell you which characters are which. And then I watched the follow-up videos of this because I'm like, now I'm stalking you, Chris. Because I'm like, now what happens next? I want to know what the next episode is on TikTok. So I watch them all the time.
Celebrity.
Chris,
yeah, you are a celebrity. Go ahead, D.
Chris, so in part of your video, you said you are surrounded by. Let's just call them Trumpsters, right?
Yeah.
How is it in that environment with the people that you work and live with? How does that kind of dynamic work?
Well, you know, it's actually not as bad as you would think. When I first moved here from Chicago, like I thought like a weekend I was gonna get tied to the back of a truck and like dragged out of town. And the people here were actually a lot more welcoming and friendly to me than I could have ever imagined. Now we have our good handful of fun characters that come in, but generally everybody is pretty nice. Out of all of the comments and likes and shares that video got, there was one like toxic Trumper that actually like came for us on our business Facebook page and tried to, like, I don't know, he posted this whole thing about how like the whole staff should walk out on me, and I guess you don't need Trump supporter business, so you ain't gonna get my business no more. like okay, bro.
Well, hold on, Tammy, send back the case of Pabst Blue Ribbon we just bought.
And no more Trumpsters.
And he probably doesn't live anywhere near you that to have given you the business to begin with anyway. I'm sure. So it doesn't matter.
So Chris, congratulations! Congratulations too. You were like nominated as one of America's best chefs, which is cool. Congratulations.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Out of nowhere. Oh man, my favorite thing, it's a three-way tie because I make lasagna it's an over 100-year-old recipe, family recipe that's been passed down. This great lasagna, and that's a lot of fun to cook. Everybody loves it. And then I have this one dish that I named shrimp Alfonso, which I call Alfredo's sassy cousin because it's like an Alfredo wine sauce with tomatoes and bacon and onions and spinach, and it's just really great flavor.
Wow.
And then I also make these gluten-free mozzarella sticks because I have celiac disease. So a lot of my stuff is gluten-free, where a lot of Italian places can't even fathom making that.
Right.
So there's these non-breaded, super light, and just really ooey gooey mozzarella sticks that are just out of this world.
How far are you from us? I want lunch.
No.
I'm hungry.
I'm trying to figure out how a mozzarella stick works without being breaded.
Hold on. What's that, Chris?
Which Chris?
The one, the guest, not the one that we see every day.
Yeah.
The guest.
No, we're in Biloxi, Mississippi, so it's like we're at the taint of the country.
It's funny. I was in Biloxi during Hurricane Katrina. I covered the day after Hurricane Katrina. I was at a Tucson radio station. Drove to because Biloxi just got hit just as bad as New Orleans did. So we stopped there, and I saw the casinos just flattened. I mean, you were right on the coast. It's a beautiful area there, Chris. I love it.
My mom's favorite vacation spot. They go there like 2 or 3 times a year. So I'm gonna have my mother come in and visit you next time she's there and say hello. Yeah, she will love you.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Chris,
that'd be awesome.
When you broke it to your friends when you were living in Chicago that you were going to move to Biloxi, Mississippi, did any of them ask you if you had witnessed a murder and then were going to testify and then be forced to change your name when you moved to Biloxi?
You can't. Hey, stop. You can't.
Like, Chris, like who all of a sudden from Chicago decides that, you know what, that movie that with that guy in it who was in that movie with what was his name? He's married to the chick from Married Sex in the City.
Ferris Bueller, the guy who played Ferris Bueller?
Yeah, the guy who played Ferris Bueller. Like, did you love Biloxi Blues so much? Like how the fuck did you end up in Biloxi? Did you just run out of gas?
When the FBI moves you, you don't really get to choose where you go.
It's like a Hallmark movie, but not really, because he runs out of gas, but he's in a Trump county with and all these people that are liberal and not Trumpers, and oh god, it sounds like the worst Hallmark movie ever.
Yeah,
or best. Could be the best.
Matthew Broderick, thank you, Georgia.
Yes, thank you. So anyway, what's the name of the restaurant?
It's called the Sicilian 2. So I'm the second one.
Okay.
The only reason I'm here is because this is where my dad and my mom came when they retired away from like the northern weather. And my dad is kind of like what Gina said. My dad just really loved it here. He liked the casinos, and he just thought it was a really pretty place. And this is where they ended up. I begged him. I was like, Dad, why Mississippi of all places you need to go and open a place down there? He's like, don't worry, it's gonna be yours one day. You'll love it. You come. I was like, oh.
Yeah. He goes, it's a beautiful. The only thing you have to understand is the racism. Oh,
I know. I'm like, do you see me? You know who I am.
They'll love you. You'll be breaking barriers.
How long have you been there, Chris?
Yeah, man, he wasn't wrong. I've been here now since 2016.
Wow. And so is that your perma home? Is that you've made a life for yourself, and that's it right there?
Yeah, pretty much. Because
Awesome.
like the people here really exceeded any expectations. Like they really, because my dad was a very dark-skinned immigrant, and everybody loved him, and they love our food. My mom still lives down here, so it's just it's home now. They really do take care of us.
Well, we put favoritechef.com. We put the link in our social media so you can vote for Chris. And Chris, we appreciate you taking time to talk to us. And we really want to. We should road trip. We should because look. I've been looking.
I'll totally road trip. I'll come down there.
Hey, I've been looking.
The younger of you white people can. You guys are more than send me back a doggy bag. I don't care how pretty Biloxi, Mississippi is. I remember history.
There's a new...
Hey, don't worry. You're talking to a Chicago Sicilian down here. We'll take care of you. We'll keep you safe.
All
right.
Okay.
There's a new app called RVEZY, and you can actually rent people's. It's like Airbnb for RVs. I've been looking at it. You can get an RV for like $1,000, like a pimped out 8-person sleeping 8. We could just take an RV down and go see Chris.
I'm flying. I'll meet you there.
That's it. You can park out back.
All right.
Georgia
Just
posted
plug
the
right in.
link
I'll
to
give you
vote
breakfast
for
and lunch
Chris.
every day.
For Chris for favorite what is it? Favorite chef? Is that what it is? Best chef?
Yep.
So excuse me, the link
like
is in
Dave
the
Chef,
comments. Yeah, the link is in the comments. So I want all of our listeners to please make sure you vote for Chris because he's awesome. And I haven't tasted the food yet, but I'm just gonna go with it.
I could just the way you describe it, bro. You're right. You're dead on, man.
What was it? What was your the Alfredo dish? Alfonso?
Yeah, Alfonso.
Okay, I love it. All right, that's what I'm ordering when I come.
I know. I'm having the Alfonso.
I wish that I could just like send you guys a big box.
We'll come down. I swear to God, I'm gonna come down. I've been looking for a place. Maybe we'll break.
I want to order the Alfonso Ribeiro that comes with the pasta and a laugh track.
Hey, we got a show then.
Donnie's doing the dance they do when they serve.
The Carlton.
That's how they got to come out and serve it.
Yeah, that's your servers have to come out and do the Alfonso, the Carlton when they deliver the Alfonso. That would be amazing.
They would love that. They would love that. Try and get birthday singers in my place. They can't even imagine doing the Alfonso dance.
Chris, you were awesome. Thank you so much for getting up early with us, brother. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you, guys.
And continued success. And we really hope to see you in person, brother.
Yes. I'm excited for you.
TikToker and restaurateur and amazing chef Chris Drake joining us.
Thank you, guys.
You're awesome.
All right, thank you so much.
Let's get over to our other Chris Tiefel, Ebenezer Bushrod with the WTF News.
All right. Well, since we're on the topic of food, the nutritionist just announced that having pizza for breakfast is healthier than cereal.
I mean, duh. I feel like that's. I don't think that's news. I feel like a bowl of sugar is obviously not healthier than. Well, I mean even if pizza's not good.
They have about the same amount of calories, but yeah, the cereal has more sugar. The pizza might have more fat, but really, in the long run, the pizza's better for you. So suck it, Mom. I can have pizza for breakfast if I want.
Mm. Well, we usually used to just leave it out from the night before, and then just eat cold pizza in the morning. That's just out.
Leave it out.
Yeah,
I'm
you
with you,
put
dude.
it in the fridge.
Nope. It's just
why would you leave it on the
room temperature? Just
pizza's got a really good shelf life. I'm telling you, 12 hours.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Go to fresh eggs, and I'm still not leaving them out on the counter either. No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
no. That's how you die of
then. It's
botulism.
room temperature pizza.
That's not how you die of botulism. Stop telling people that. This is why the news has the fucking problems that it has right now. It's because it likes to just like add a little spice to it instead of just putting out the fucking facts.
Georgia, that's not true. Fresh eggs don't have to be refrigerated, but eggs from the store do. So don't have people coming home and leaving their eggs from the store out on the shelf, and then they really will die from salmonella. So don't do that.
All right. What else?
All right. So, times, with the quarantine and then, all the different restrictions we have. And, we also come, all these different protections for people. Like, for instance, you can't evict anybody right now in a lot of places just because of what's going on. Well, apparently a landlord in Albany was finally sick of it. And he had a couple of tenants who apparently weren't able to be paying rent. And he went a little overboard. He kidnapped them, put hoods over their heads, tied them up with zip ties, and dumped them in a local cemetery.
Jesus.
That was his revenge.
That doesn't sound like he's just mad about the eviction moratorium. That sounds deeper than just I can't evict you because of COVID. That sounds personal.
Yeah. Some shit has gone on during your tenancy that has led to that.
Like as the landlord, your girlfriend just moved into that apartment that a dude rents from you.
Right.
Yeah. So that was his reasoning. His reasoning was he was sick of the whole situation.
So head bags and zip ties.
Pretty much. It's pretty extreme response.
Yes.
All right. So continue.
Sounds like he runs an escape room and he picked up the wrong people.
The extreme escape room. Keeping on the same theme of COVID restrictions and everything, things in the UK are a lot more restrictive than they are here when it comes to travel, making people stay home and everything. There was a man who was wanted by the police in West Sussex, who ended up turning himself in this last Sunday to police because he wanted some peace and damn quiet. He was sick and tired of being with the people he was living with during the lockdowns, that he preferred prison.
I mean, yes, I feel him. I understand that. I do. I actually have thought about, was the food and work release that bad that I do feel him.
So, this kind of comes on, there have been a lot of people looking into the social aspects of the lockdowns and everything. And so, they found April of last year, they started doing a study in April, and they found 23% of people in relationships said that they were struggling because of the forced closeness and the everything that they weren't able to do what they would normally want to, be able to do on that. So, yeah, there you go. Guy prefers prison over home, which, yeah, like Gina, I can understand.
Yeah.
You live by yourself, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm a handful.
Literally a handful. That's why he doesn't have any lower back pain.
He can barely live with himself.
So, let's see. You guys remember last year? Early last year or whatnot, where people were doing the whole challenge thing where they would be at the supermarket, take a gallon of ice cream out of the freezer, lick it, put it back in.
That was last year. That feels like it was 10 years ago, you guys.
Yeah. Well, Arizona saw a problem with their laws related to this. It made it very hard to actually prosecute people that contaminated food in that way, and they've now changed their laws in response to that whole licking of ice cream challenge. So now if you contaminate food with your bodily fluid in some way and somebody actually consumes it, then you can get prison time and it's like a class 1 misdemeanor.
For sure.
It should be a felony. That's so gross.
If you contaminate it and it's not consumed, then it's a class 2 misdemeanor. If you, but they can also still go after you for the cost of cleanup and also any settlement they'd have to give to somebody who consumed the contaminated food.
So as long as there's no bodily fluids, it's legal. But so if you dip your balls in the ice cream, then it's cool. But you can't lick it.
So if you contaminate the food with your bodily fluids or anything that's not intended for human consumption.
I mean. Never mind. I'm just going to leave that alone.
But yeah, they're taking a tougher stance on that. It's unclear whether or not anybody's still actually doing that challenge, but at least now, if people do, there's a stiff legal recourse in Arizona, and that is your
what? How did Tiger Woods not make it in the news?
Out.
Well, yeah, Tiger Woods
is in a what the fuck story. He got and it dominated the news yesterday.
He's exactly a what the fuck story. If there's anybody who should be more careful in a fucking car, it's Tiger Woods.
Yeah, but the what the fuck's news stories are stories that are kind of out there that most people wouldn't have necessarily read or heard about. Freaking, you turned on ESPN yesterday. It was wall-to-wall Tiger Woods. Everybody knows about Tiger Woods.
Tiger makes millions of, and Chris Tiefel said this on his Facebook page. Tiger makes millions of dollars a year. You'd have to pay a driver. I mean, I know anyone would do it for 50 grand, 60 grand, 80 grand, 100 grand. Peanuts to him. Why is he driving himself? I don't get that. He's obviously.
Why would you not? I don't want to wait for a driver, and I don't want everybody in my business. And
if you're paying a driver, you're not waiting on the driver.
It's not Uber. You own the driver.
I think there's an amendment against owning people.
And honestly, if anybody should know, he's not a good driver. We've seen it even in the Masters. It's fallen apart. Like, come on now. You like the club and the car. You just need to set them down sometimes. And how refreshing was it? And literally, I told this to Kara yesterday. It was wall-to-wall Tiger Woods. And she said, this is what she said. She goes, you know what? I'm really tired of this Tiger Woods news. And I said, remember when it was nothing but Donald Trump? Remember those days? Now all we're doing is talking about celebrities crashing into trees.
Again.
Like, this is so nice.
The world is normal.
It's so nice you got into an accident.
I swear to God to you, because I've been doing show prep, which is, looking for stories to talk about for years. And for the last as long as we've been doing this podcast, for sure, there was 9 Donald Trump stories to every 2 stories. Like, you couldn't even find celebrity news anymore. Like, they were squeezed out, and now they're coming back. Like, there's a royal family story where Meghan and Prince Harry are all out of sorts. Did an interview with Oprah or something. Like, there's just news again, other than Donald Trump stealing up all the oxygen. It's really interesting the way you don't realize how bad it was until it's gone.
Even the Inquirer didn't go away, right? Like, it had been there the whole time.
I don't think celebrities in Hollywood are really going to realize the negative impact they've had about getting Donald Trump out of office now, because they could do so much more shit back in the day. Like, the only people that we were really focusing on were guys who were human trafficking and pedophiles, right? That was it. Now all of a sudden you're going to get caught with a camel. Bad shit's going to pop up on the television.
Hey, Tiefel, can you share that link I just put in the private message? I want to show you guys. I just looked up Biloxi, Mississippi for an Airbnb. If we drive down.
It's going to be beautiful.
Did it come up? Why?
Look, so I wasn't joking. My mom and dad go down to Biloxi like 2-3 times a year. It is literally their favorite place to vacation. So if you really do want to go to Biloxi, then talk to my mom, Andrew, and she'll tell you everything you need to know.
How much does it cost? Is it like 8 chickens and a bale of hay?
Yeah, look at this.
It is beautiful there.
Look at this waterfront property for $80 a night. Keep going. Like, look at these pictures.
You know why? Because if you wake up in the middle of the night, you could be in the middle of the waterfront.
Here's the thing. It's like going to Florida, but it's way cheaper. You're still getting down south. It's still warm. You're still getting warm water.
Discount Florida.
Discount. Yeah,
it's Wish Florida.
Oh, check out
Come on. Here we go.
There we go.
Biloxi. We're like Florida, but cheaper.
Demetrius, you know what naughty things you could do in that shower right there?
First of all, ain't nobody doing no naughty things in a shower in Mississippi.
In that one?
That is just...
We got to go, dude. We just take a road trip and do the show from down there for a week, set up a little studio. Look at the hot tub. Look at that thing.
All of a sudden now it's a week?
You got your own pool, $80 a night.
So wait, I got a question. I don't do the hot tub, but like, I mean, I might at a hotel because they like pour a bunch of bleach in it. I'm pretty sure it's bleach. It's not chlorine. So, but like the hot tubs in the private rooms make me nervous because they're they're gross. Like,
they get cleaned out every day.
You trust other. See, this is the problem, Andrew. I don't trust other people. You trust people. I do not. Are they really cleaning it? I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm good.
But what are you gonna ingest? Are you going to absorb someone else's bodily fluids into your body?
I mean, I'm not going to swim into somebody else's bodily fluids. No.
I bet you everybody who's taking a dip in those are immune from COVID.
Hey, here, I'll give you a Chris Tiefel fact. All the water that we have is the same water that there's always been. So technically, you're showering people's fluids and parts all the time.
Oh, now Donny just ruined my life. You just ruined I can't not shower. Oh, Donny just ruined my whole life right now.
You're drinking the same water Jesus drank.
I loved you until 60 seconds ago.
Donny just blew my mind, actually, because you're saying I was saying what about the water we ingest? We lose that water, but then we pee it out into the water and it goes back in the water. We're just recycling all the water in the world. Like, there's no new water.
Explain rain.
That is but rain. But what of our precipitation?
Comes from Yeah, it comes from
It
water
evaporates,
that's
goes in
and
the air. Did you not
evaporates
take
off of the...
sixth grade science, dude?
It's not space rain.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
Fucking nobody comes down and goes, "Oh my god, it's all this space rain."
So
Almost fainted like Tiffany.
So all the rain is just putting it in different places. It's putting the same water in different places. Dude, my mind is
that makes playing in the rain so fucking gross.
That's not even a Tiefel fact, like you said, which we're gonna have words about that later.
That is totally
I didn't even know that.
That is totally.
Oh, well, I got to teach you something today.
Like literally, if you were to put Tiefel fact in the dictionary, that fact would be right next to it to show you what a Tiefel fact was.
Yes. And I gotta tell you that if there's one thing that's going to stick with me from this show, it's that last 30 seconds right there, because I even never thought about it like that.
Damn, and I was really hoping that you were going to hold on to the nostril fucking thing.
Natasha, you and I are not going to be cool after that comment. You and I, we're going to fall out because I get so irritated when we go over because I got shit to do.
All right, we gotta go. All right.
Obviously, Gina's got shit to do.
She's gotta go bathe in dinosaur water.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm never taking a shower again. I'm just gonna be stanky.
She's got to do some nostril stretches because the last time she had to do a refund on the
Think about it. Think about it, think about it, Gina. You're soaping yourself up with the same water Jeffrey Dahmer did. So you enjoy.
I know.
I can think of so many worse things than Jeffrey Dahmer. That's what you got?
Mind blown.
Serial killer. I figured it would freak you out.
Right?
Serial killers don't freak me out.
You know that he's wiping off blood and shit from his body with that water.
Yeah, the remnants of Captain Crunch and Toucan Sam. How do you feel about people who Tony the Tiger? That is what serial killers do.
Demetrius Nicodemus, Eastside, Southside.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Donny P, producer George, I'm Andrew Z. Bye, everybody.
Come on!